Take it to Ekurhuleni, where Council Speaker Raymond Dlamini and the Chief Whip Khetha Shandu will face motions of no confidence today as well. Newzroom Afrika, Govan Whittles is following events there. Govan, good to catch up with you again. What is the latest on the ground?
Well, there's been a short adjournment that was called by the Speaker of the Ekurhuleni Council. We'll get into the politics of the council meeting. It's been chaotic to say the least, but there is a contradiction emerging here. This morning there were several reports of people digging up cables across the city. Service delivery seems to be suffering, but at the same time the city has received another clean audit. We'll interview the city manager in a moment, but let's first give you these visuals. You see the EFF arriving back from the adjournment. They're singing that what you're doing isn't right. That really refers to the decision by the Speaker to entertain a request to hear an appropriations budget before the motion of no confidence in him will be heard. That has been rejected by a majority of the parties. We'll get to those politics in a moment. Let's return to the interview with the city manager, Dr. Imogen Mashazi, to speak about the clean audit. It's the third clean audit, Dr. Mashazi, and it really happens while the city of Ekurhuleni seems to be facing an assault on the service delivery end. Again, this morning, reports of cables being dug up across the city. In council, there seems to be political disarray, but the finances of the city seem to be in good order. What do you make of it?
Thank you very much. The finances of the city are in good order because we have proper administration. Yes, there are challenges there and there. All the municipalities are actually facing service delivery challenges because people are unemployed and they can't pay for services. But the issue of cable theft is a national thing to an extent that SAPS has actually come on board to assist municipalities with cable theft. But what is important today, the AG is here today to actually give us a third clean audit in a row. I need to indicate that it's a team effort. We have actually improved our internal controls. We've made sure that our finances are healthy. We are collecting, in fact, in other areas where people can pay. For this adjustment budget, we are actually reporting an increase of 2 billion. That shows that the city is serious in making sure the finances of the city is actually healthy. And we also have proper internal controls. We have actually reduced the irregular and fruitless expenditures. For this financial year, we're not reporting any fruitless or wasteful expenditure.
How have you managed to insulate the financial administration of the city from what happens in council and what appears to be changes in the politics?
As administrators and as an accounting officer, I'm not part of politics. My duty is to ensure that the city is financially stable. My duty is to ensure that the service delivery out there. My duty is to ensure that there's stability within the city. So politics is something else which is beyond my control. But as an accounting officer, in terms of the legislation, I am actually accountable to the finances of the city.
Thank you so much, Dr. Imogen Mashazi. She's the city manager. I'd like to bring in the leader of the Independent Ratepayers Association of South Africa, Mr. Isak Berg, Alderman Berg. He's the one that sponsored today's motion against the Speaker of the Ekurhuleni Council and the Chief Whip. Mr. Berg, there's been some drama in Council this morning and insistence to hear the appropriations budget first before the motion of no confidence. Your Super 7 group of smaller parties isn't standing for that, and now there's been an unexpected adjournment. What do you make of what's happened in Council?
Yeah, let me first start. I'm not part of the Super 7. I'm totally independent. I'm not belong to a political party. I'm from the ratepayers. Yeah, I'm in support of the adjustment budget, but I think we've reached a stage where the Speaker of Council is totally unfit to run a council this size and to make sure that he treats every party in this council with respect. So I think that is, the DA brought the motion. I just brought amendment to the motion to say let's deal with the Speaker first and then we can do the adjustment budget afterwards so that we can actually finish the business of the day. With the current Speaker we will not be able. I mean, there's already parties that have threatened to walk out. And I think we can't afford it. We need to pass the adjustment budget. And that's basically it. I mean, either the DA accept the amendment on their motion and we carry on with the business of the day and pass the adjustment budget. It's as easy as that.
Are you willing to pass the budget before dealing with the issue of the Speaker?
I'm not willing to do it because of the way the Speaker is conducting Council. I think that he is not, and I say it again, he's not fit to run Council. I haven't got anything personally against him, but he's in the deep end. And we really need a Speaker that treats everybody fair.
What do you think is going to happen after this adjournment?
I think if the DA is clever, they will accept the motion with the amendment, and let's carry on with the business of the day. If they don't accept it, they're not serious about Ekurhuleni. You can already see how the city has deteriorated in the last 18 months since they've taken over. I've given them a year and a half to run the city. They're totally out of their depth, and it's time for change. I mean, residents are paying for services they don't receive. And that's why I brought another motion today to deal, if you don't collect our refuge, you can't charge us for it.
Very interesting motions brought to the Ekurhuleni Council. Alderman Isak Berg from the Independent Ratepayers Association speaking to us just ahead of that adjournment coming to an end. Council resuming there. They clearly want to deal with the motion of no confidence against the Speaker before anything else. But as the city manager points out, there is also a lot that they need to deal with in terms of straightening out service delivery. It looks like we'll go back into council and we're bracing for more shouting between the parties, disagreement, and it's not clear if the Democratic Alliance will come back and accept the call for the motion of no confidence to be heard as the first item of this council sitting. Council has officially started, but they haven't dealt with any of the business of the day, and it's not clear if it will collapse before they get to do so. It's back to you for now, Govan.
Govan, Whittles coming to us from Ekurhuleni. We'll catch an update on those motions as the day progresses. Appreciate your time.